Episode of Different Beasts. I'm your host, Alex. This is Carl, and we're doing something a little different this time. Decided to take a guest on someone that was personally close to me in my fitness journey, someone I started in the gym, that typical big man, little, trying to get skinny and small guy trying to get bigger. Yeah, we started in the small gym, tried a powerlifting gym, and then went back to a small gym because it just wasn't the way we thought it was going to be. Well, my guest is Evan.
That's me. I'm Evan, the skinny guy.
Nah. I grew up with him, best friends with him since I was little. I lived at one town and I moved 2 houses away from him. We started hanging out a little bit, and then now we're here in the gym, still hanging out together.
Long time going.
Yeah, definitely. But in the different gym stuff news I seen this week was the decent video I seen was C-Mom had a new interview with someone, and he was talking, and the one clip, the interview's 2 hours long. I'm not going through that whole thing. So we're gonna go through the one part of the video was just the top 10 workouts he would do if it was the only workouts he could do if he was left. Hold on. Well,
I think it was the top 10 he could do for the rest of it if he could only do top 10 workout, 10 workouts for the rest of his life. What would they be?
And some of them was like lat pull down, squat. The one I did like a lot was that he said squats on the Smith machine. It makes me feel way better about doing. Because I'm not doing no squats on the barbell.
Nah, yeah, and there's less room for injury and stuff.
Yeah, I need to do my squats on the Smith machine. That's how I get the good form.
That's a fact, though. Yeah, because it's just straight up and down.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the most porous part of your body. I think that you can hurt. That's something you can hurt an arm and still continue. What's his name? Larry Wheeler. You seen his bicep when he flex sometimes?
No, but I heard the story, but I never saw it.
Oh, when he flexes his bicep, it's his bicep, and then it literally if you were to take half this cam right here and put it on top of the bicep flexing, that's what it looks like. It almost looks like a tower that's not supposed to be there.
And he tore it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
yeah.
good.
So I'm saying, but look, he's still huge though. Yeah. But your back, look at Ronnie Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm not walking with. Nah, you know what? Everything's lightweight, and I feel you on it. Yeah. But
that's because you know why that was though. That's because he
tell him what
he worked out. He was working out not the whole time, but partially the time he was working out with a slip disc in his back. But he was just pumping himself with steroids, so you know what I'm saying, he didn't feel the pain or anything, and he just kept going.
I heard
he wanted to
that.
be Olympia like that bad. But obviously, yeah. Actually, I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on it.
Nah,
but
you're not winning it though if you got the tore bicep.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
it's crazy that if you tear a muscle like that when you're lifting, it's donezo. If you tear it, your bicep. I've seen it with a pec too. Their pec.
I've seen some of the wrestlers.
Oh, yeah,
wrestlers, the whole pec,
just gone.
I seen a picture of Cody Rhodes for some reason. That's what came to my head was his whole from his arm all the way to his chest was purple.
Mm-hmm.
I was and then the crazy thing is he came into my gym 2 months ago, and I met him, and I seen the picture about a month ago, and now it makes me really wonder. I was watching him, he was pushing fucking weight, so it's I want to know how that felt, and that recovery was definitely different.
I want to know how the muscle still works after.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
How you still if you got a tore pec and it recovers, but it looks crazy, how does it still keep up the same?
Yeah, the same
how
angles.
Are you not like that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the same angles, or it doesn't almost slip in the way that it broke or tore or anything.
Because it looks crazy. It never recovers. It just looks crazy for life after.
Yeah, that probably is true. I never seen one, but.
Yeah, so that's one thing. That's why I had to stay with this. Honestly, I shouldn't use that as an excuse, but I am going to use it as an excuse. That's why I didn't. That's why I stayed away from leg day for a while. I didn't want to hurt my back.
That's crazy.
I think that's a valid new excuse we can add to the book.
My back.
Another one he was saying was, fuck, let me think about it. He had a lot of different lat pull downs.
Yeah, he said these are regular lat pull downs, and then he also said when he did for pull ups, neutral grip, so it would also utilize your lats more as well as your bicep. C-bum.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, there's still the top. If he could only do 10 workouts for the rest of his life, what he was doing. So it was the squats, and then we was just talking about the Smith machine, And then it was also, he said a lot of different lat pull downs. And then he was saying pull ups, but what was interesting, I thought, was that he said a neutral grip. And so I thought he was going to say why, because he had big as hell. I thought he was about to say that. But he said that because it focuses, you get your biceps and your back, and it focuses mainly on your lats. I started doing it, and then he did drop. He recently, I always thought those kind of guys like dropped a lot of their workouts and stuff, but they didn't. And I just recently started seeing that and understanding that. And I started doing some C-Bum's back workout, like it said to get a squatted back or something like that. Caught my eye, so it made me start doing it. And I ain't gonna lie, I've been feeling the burn. Like I switched from, I used to do seated rows like with 2 hands. Now I do single hands seated rows. And I think I felt my back way more doing that and doing some of his workouts than doing like typical workouts or like what everybody's like the ones that you see on the gram and everything.
Yeah, it's a lot of trial and error because it's like everybody's body responds better to like different stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's the same. So somebody's body might respond better to like the 2 hand versus yours responds better with the 1 hand. So that's why I feel like the gym's like a lot of trial and error, trying out different stuff and really seeing what works for you.
Yeah, and I also seen another thing right on the line as well too, talking about if you want to get stronger, so you would you do like benching and certain you do benching and you do deadlifting and stuff. Things that you need both hands to be at equal with. He's saying if you just sit there and do certain like just single arm. I've been lately with, I don't know what you would call it. Well, it's the incline chest press. But I'll leave the opposite hand up, like in the air with the weight, and then only press with 1 arm. And then I've been finishing out with both hands. Like I'll do 5 arms left, 5 arm right, then do 10. A set of 10 with both. And I think that's been pushed because we all are having this little competition to see who can really rep 225 for a good 10 reps. You know,
true. It's the race.
I got y'all beat by only like 2-3 reps right now. But what's getting me nervous is y'all. Eventually, what I bench, because I had like 20 pounds on both of y'all. Took a little break. Next thing I know, you right at my neck, and I think you right behind it too as well. And that's been my only argument. Like, you know, you guys know when I'm losing the argument, that's usually what I go to say to you.
That's a fact. He'd be like, yeah, but you don't bench 225.
I guess I got to move it up to 300.
True. 315.
Nah, actually, I've decided something. Actually, Dad, I'm gonna tell you this. One time. I'm gonna do 305 just because you told me you only did 300, and you don't think I can get there or something. And not that you didn't say I think couldn't get there, but you said something about I would never get there. It's something. I'm only gonna do 305 just so I can say I don't do 350, but I do 5 pounds more than you. So that for me. Another pusher for me.
There you go.
All right, so, Evan, now let's get into why we brought you here. Oh, and then another thing also. I don't know why I thought of it, and then when you guys laugh, I lost the whole idea. But yeah, just tell us a little bit about yourself, like your childhood and stuff, and different stuff you did with fitness, like sports and anything.
I did Taekwondo since I was like 3, so a long time till I probably quit when I was like 15 or 16. And I was doing lacrosse and stuff. I did volleyball towards the end of high school. What else did I do?
You tried to play basketball?
Yeah, I did 1 summer league. I scored 2 points, both free throws. I made both my free throws, though. You could put your money on
100% free throw shooter.
100%.
There you go.
For the whole summer league. So what the fuck is you talking about? And then I tried gymnastics and stuff, but I was never very strong. I was always the skinny kid, even though I was like, my legs were always big, but my upper body just never matched. Taekwondo was really good for that, and then after I got out of high school, I got really good at pickup ball, just from hooping with Alex like every day for years. Literally just ones until I could finally start beating him, and then it finally got competitive.
That took definitely a solid year. Just to put that on the record.
But I didn't play hooping growing up. He did, so it took me. I had
1 year of no wins.
I had to catch up, yeah. But then I started getting wins, so.
I never lost for a whole year. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, Michael Jordan could beat the worst guy in the block too. So
You got to challenge the best to be the best.
But yeah, I got pretty good at basketball, and then probably like 2 years ago, I was just tired of being skinny. I was always tired of being skinny, but I never saw it in my genetics for some reason because my dad's not super muscular, so I never saw it in my cards.
I wouldn't cut your dad out completely like that. It wasn't that he
No,
wasn't
he's athletic. He's athletic.
He's athletic.
For sure.
He just wasn't a lifter.
yeah,
he
he
was a
never lifted.
CrossFitter. He was a CrossFitter.
Exactly.
Because your mom was really into it, and then remember your dad started doing it.
My parents are both super athletic, but they just weren't into the lifting side. So I never saw my body as somebody has a capability of even benefiting from lifting. Because why am I gonna lift OD hard just to stay the same look? You feel me? Just look like skinny, like so. But then I was like, let me just try it. I'm tired of listening and thinking. Let me just get in there because you were trying to get unfat. So
there was another reason why you went in the gym too. That forbidden. There was a little bit of forbidden.
There was a little forbidden in there. Oh yeah, there was forbidden in there. But I've been wanting to get in the gym. That was just like
I know, but that was like the key push.
Yeah.
That was like what pushed it. I remember because that year I started. I remember we started really going in February, but I started in January, but I was like a little bit streaky with it. You weren't going at all. And then just out of nowhere, we're going to the gym.
Every morning. Once I start something, I do it.
Yeah, that's one thing I will say. I will say that about you is that when you do something and you want let's put it this way, when you actually have interest in it too, yeah, ain't no stopping you.
Yeah.
So it's like, I was surprised because I ain't gonna lie. When you said I was gonna lose the weight, I was already trying to do it, and I started kicking it up. You started kicking it up, but I was like, I'm not gonna lie. We were sitting there one day, no shade to you at all, but I was looking at you one day, and I was like, yeah, he's not gonna be here in like 2 months. I just seen the way you looked. You was out of breath, you was like,
you
yeah, I
gotta
want
start
to
somewhere.
be.
You have to start somewhere. You know?
Yeah, but I've just seen you before, and I was just like, I've known you my whole life. You're my best friend. I was like, I don't think you're gonna last. And then
I didn't know if I was gonna last when I first started, but like I said, once I started doing something, if I wanted it to happen, like I wanted the result, so I wasn't gonna stop once I started the journey. You feel me?
yeah, I would never. I'm never gonna stop. Like a lot of the stuff. When I started getting into the motivational stuff, a lot of it doesn't matter who you listen to. But what I've noticed is if you look at who the good motivational speakers are versus the bad, they have a lot of similars of what they say a lot. And a lot of things is when you're going to die, do you want that deathbed of what you could have been, or do you want that like 45 year like one of the examples for me was you guys know I went and tried doing a semi-pro again, playing 2 years, and this weekend I'm gonna try out again. Mm-hmm. And you got Evan will actually vouch for me too. There was when I was real big, I was sitting on somebody's couch, and I was like, we was talking about ball, cause I was still pretty decent. I was just fat, and I just said, I was like, yo, if I lose all this weight, I definitely could play semi-pro. They're like, do it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. That was like a year later go by. I think I was like 20 pounds heavier. So like I sat there and it was like that was one regret I already had it, not because I had a kid and stuff, but like when you have a kid you got to pick over certain stuff like money and stuff that's gonna get you places for your kid, so I had to step away. But then certain stuff happened and it fell back into my hands and I was able to go back and play, and then now that's one of the things that will not be on my deathbed there, but that was like one of the things that tied back into everything with the motivational thing. Speaking is a lot of the stuff is about having regrets and stopping, and then like the regret of quitting versus the regret of failing is another one. So it's like the cost of all that.
Yeah, another thing is just life is pain. Period. I was just tired. Like I'm gonna be sitting there annoyed and tired of being skinny, or I can be tired that I lifted. Like, all right, let me just go do the thing that's going to give me the result. Either way, I'm going to be tired of something. Either way, it's going to be on my mind. Let me, like, make sure that I'm happy with the result versus, like, if I sit there wishing I went to the gym all day, didn't go, I'm going to be tight of myself all night that I didn't go. Instead of just going, now the whole rest of my day is mindset free for the rest of my stuff. You feel me?
No, that's a fact, though.
I think some of like I'm not saying.
Go on.
I seen that in the corner of my eyes. I'm like, you're gonna ruin what I was about to say. Oh, but what I was saying was a lot of things about what I think is when it comes to listening to like doing that stuff and learning to get that drive is just knowing where to find the drive to do it, and knowing if that's gonna sit on your mind. Like some people can have stuff that sit on their mind and they don't. It doesn't bother them to a point, but there's you know that one thing, like sometimes when like you'll say it to me a lot, what will Kobe do? And you know that won't that quote sometimes will say, like that comes back and bites me. Like I don't have that bite anymore because I don't try to let that happen as much. But that bite is just annoying. It's just like sitting at home knowing you could have done something, or you could have like the big conception to go with that is like people that always come to. I have a decent amount of people that come to me and go, "Oh, how do you work out after work or something?" Well, one, I work right at a gym, so it's kind of hard. Like that's just like no dedication.
Yeah,
like that's
makes
just
it
to
nice and
walk
easy.
out of
You
the
don't
one
even gotta
spot
go
you have to
nowhere.
be at.
Step out and you dead right
That's
in the
just
gym.
crazy. Like some people that I have, like I have this one. Okay, I don't know if they watch, but I have this one coworker. She talks about it all the time. But like it's work at a gym. Like you can only be like, oh yeah, I so many times to a person where it's like, where you just really sit there and go, yo, you know, we just did a whole cleaning list on like workout machines, right? Like, what do you think we work? But I don't know. Like, you know, everybody has their own reasons not wanting to do stuff, but you know, it's basically going to this back to the fact that if you don't do anything, it's not going to change. You're just going to sit there and wonder what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
The facts are the facts, my brother.
Yeah, nah. And then the other thing with what kept you motivated? Because like I know I can definitely tell you from personal experience that I don't like I've had it for the last couple of weeks where I just didn't really want to lift. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't really want to make content. I didn't want to do anything.
At this point, I just don't want to lose it.
That's a fact.
I lose it. My metabolism's so fast that if I go a week without lifting, I lost 10 pounds. I'm like, I can't afford that. That's already the starting enough motivation.
Nah. And I'm actually glad that you said that because you are kind of a picky eater, which is it makes no sense to me. It's just that, like, how are you that picky of an eater, but you still have the gains that you have? Doesn't add up to me.
Protein
Like,
shakes.
Except protein shakes.
Don't lie. You haven't had a protein shake in like 3 months.
I just had a muscle milk with you the other day. So now you're capping.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Uh-huh. Come on in.
Oh, but yeah, nah, like with you, it's just like, how would you tell someone that like is a picky eater like the best way to try to stay on some of the healthy stuff if they could?
You just gotta thug it and drink your protein shake and just force it. There's no other way.
I mean, I've noticed it's not like a big change in your eating, but you definitely have like I've heard nights you'll have steak or you'll have a burger every now and then.
Yeah. You throw it in there. You gotta.
The reason I'm bringing that up is because he has the main 5 food group right now. He has mozzarella sticks, pizza, French fries, chicken nuggets, and the chicken tenders.
I need all the calories I can get, my brother. That's all it is. I need the calories. That's all it is, my brother. I'm on a never-ending bulk. My bulk is never ending.
I was on that bulk until like this year. Finally. We're not there yet though.
Thankfully, my fitness journey involves whatever I want to eat. So
yes, you guys. I look at you guys both, and I'm like, you guys are so lucky.
I probably could eat a little healthier, but the protein shakes, you throw a little creatine in there, you sanction.
I still don't know how you get the gains you get, but I'm proud that you get them. I will never understand that because my mom asks me still. She'd be like, does he still eat that way? I'm like, yes. And he goes, but he looks good. I'm like, I don't know at this point. I'm like, Mom, you know what happens when I eat bad? And she's like, yes. She finally started getting around. She used to, you know, it's funny. She used to say to my dad that I was big boned.
That's kind of fat.
That's a mom thing. He's not fat.
He's not fat.
He's big boned. And I was like, when I found that out, I even looked at my mom like, Mom, come on. Like, Oh man, I love it, but that one's little. That one's just little.
You
Like,
should just be like, you know what? If you had just told me I was fat, I probably would have did it sooner.
yeah, that's a fact. Cause like you get it from your dad. You know everybody. You run right to your mom every time. You don't, even if you don't want to say it.
Not fat, honey. 325
Yeah,
pounds.
Fat. Well, you did 2 pieces. So were there any brands you liked and any brands that you thought that you ended up trying that were hype, like as in like pre-workouts and whey protein and all?
I just like the bucked up, but I only like it for like a couple weeks, and then I don't know. I haven't found the one for me yet. I'll be honest with you. The whey protein is just the whey protein. I don't know.
Yeah, you
The
just
what-
do generic.
Whatever vanilla's got the most grams in it per shake. That's how I look at it. I don't dig too much deeper than that.
It must suck to be a picky eater because you know there are some good flavors that you probably would have liked.
Vanilla is valid for me. Tastes like melted ice cream. I could suffer through that.
Some of those shits are gas. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, nah, there's this one protein thing that we sell at a gym now called like LFD. I don't know. They look like Pop Tarts though, but they're protein Pop Tarts at 120 calories for 20 grams of protein,
That sounds mad good.
and they're actually good. Like they're like you know how
A
most
Pop-Tart?
desserts. Yeah, it looks like a Pop Tart, bro. I'll bring you one time.
Does it look or does it taste like it?
Both.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it just has a little bit more than you know how like a Pop Tart is like that thin, and like this one's like that
Yeah, they're,
thicker
like,
because
cream
you
type
obviously
shit.
have to get the protein in there, so
Yeah.
it's like it's gonna be a little bit bigger.
But
But
it's good.
yeah, nah, it's like
I might be on those.
nah, never mind. Yeah, see what I was gonna say. Yeah. 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 Nah, they're yeah.
War.
Anyways, yeah, those ones I can't believe have 20 grams of protein. They taste pretty good. No Trokies experience. But you also said you were doing Taekwondo, and then I also know you just got into Jiu-Jitsu. So, like, what made you make the jump for that?
Pretty good at Taekwondo, and I just wanted to do a new martial art, learn something. I kind of like the ranking system. Seems a little bit more like skill based versus time based, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
You know, so I've been in there a lot, but goddamn, tiring.
Are there really some places where, like you said, it's time based, where it's like as long as you go there for that like long of time, you like get the belt or whatever?
For the most part, as long as you go there a couple times a week, learn the skills enough to demonstrate it to the most basic ability, then that'll pretty much rank you up. But I like to be as top of the line as I could. So
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I didn't even go. I did Taekwondo for so long that I could have tested for master, which is 4th degree, and I literally, no disrespect, but I just at that point I was seeing masters and people at my rank that were just levels and levels and levels below me. So the rank just didn't mean anything anymore to me at that point. I was already 3rd degree. I've been through a few black belts. This 4th one, all I get is the name master on top. It doesn't mean anything. I'll probably beat a lot of these masters. So that's what I didn't really like about it. And that's why I never moved any higher than 3rd degree. I kind of just stopped.
How high can you go in black belt degree?
I think like 10th degree, but you maybe like
Do you get a different title at 10th?
there's grandmaster I think at 7th. I
And
don't
what
know
do you get at
anybody who's
10th?
gotten to 10th, but I know people who are at 7 or 8.
But what do you get at 10th?
I don't know. I don't even know any. I don't.
I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know anyone that's gotten to 10. I don't even know if there is 10. I know for a fact there's 8. Probably 9. I think there's 9. Maybe 10.
That's OD.
But it's different for every martial art.
Yeah.
They all have different belt ranking systems. There's like 3 times as many belts in Taekwondo as there is in Jiu-Jitsu.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? There's so a white belt in Taekwondo is only going to be a white belt for a couple months. Jiu-Jitsu, you could be a white belt for like a year or 2.
Or
You know what I'm saying? maybe even longer if it takes that. That's
Yeah.
why I like it. And I've been going OD.
And you said that's based like on your skill. Like once you get up to the skill rank and then you pass the test. Then you get your
Basically
belt.
that's my understanding of it so far. There's obviously some time involved too, but like it's pretty skill based.
Word.
Like you're not gonna. It's not often you're gonna find a blue belt that's beating up black belts in jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's a fact.
But you will in Taekwondo?
Well, I could definitely. I know I've seen blue belts that would beat up black belts at other schools. I've seen it happen. I've seen people get trained just so quickly and so well by the right people that the belts just don't matter because they develop the skill so quick and they train so hard in that amount of time that the blue belts from this school in sparring will smoke the black belts from this school because they don't spar or they don't even train sparring techniques. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's like it's different for Taekwondo and karate and a few other ones I think too. But yeah, my black belt means something because I was nice. I was top. I used to compete. I won first place in tournaments. Like I used to really compete.
No, I remember you used to go to New York City in like April every year.
Mm-hmm. We competed at the Hudson Valley. Right at Hudson Valley, there was it was either the state qualifier or the national qualifier.
No, you used to go to the city for nationals, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that was after that one.
Yeah.
So that was the qualifier, and then
Yeah.
and then we would go to the city for the other one. I
So-
remember the last time I fought in I don't think it was the last tournament I fought in, but one of the last ones that really stuck a memory in it was in the city. And I get in there and I'm skinny as hell, probably a 12, 13 or something. And I look across and it's just this brolic, short, I don't even know how to describe him, but he was just like, he was so like stout looking because he was shorter than me. I've always been taller than people, but he was so built like a rock almost. And he just came in as soon as he said go, boom, 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 boom. And my skill in the game was to keep people at a distance. And I couldn't keep him at a distance because he was just so strong. Mm-hmm. Boom, boom, boom. I got smoked that one. So bad. I just didn't. I had to get moved up. That was the other thing is sometimes I would have to get moved up because I got my black belt so early. I was 7 years old and had a black belt. That should show you something.
Yeah, no, I was about to
That's
ask
fire.
you. I was just trying. I couldn't think how to say it for a second. I kept forgetting what I was trying to say. But I was gonna say like, it sounds like Taekwondo you can move up like quicker or something.
Yeah,
right?
you
So,
can.
like
You can.
how do you move up in like Taekwondo?
It's just being there and putting in the time and.
So you can be absolutely terrible. Like, can you be terrible at Taekwondo though?
Once you get to that many years, you're really probably not going to be terrible. Like, you'll probably get beat up in sparring, and it's not streetwise unless you know other things to use it with. Because you're never just going to kick somebody. The kicks have to go with a punch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've kicked people in a street fight, but it was after I punched them mad times.
I have seen that. No, actually, one of the ones I am remembering, it threw the dude off so bad.
Yeah,
like,
I hit him mad
like
hard.
the
in
dude
ribs.
looked at Evan like, what are you on, bro? I was like, yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of why I went into jiu-jitsu. I wanted to just learn a new martial art from the ground up, and that's so different from any prerequisite I ever had because it's just straight grappling, no striking. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the weight training helped at all in jiu-jitsu?
Hell yeah. Bro, it's just strength. You're just grabbing the shit out of people. So if you're stronger than them, your odds immensely increase. A small person can beat up a big person. That's not what I'm saying. But there's no denying that strength will give you the advantage over somebody. If they have the more skill, your strength is going to not work. But if you have the skill and the strength and all they have is the skill,
You're gonna win.
Like, you're going to win. There's no way around it. Like,
But what about strength versus skills? Which one in there?
skills. But if you have strength and skills, you're going to beat skills.
Would you say it depends though, strength versus skills? Or no?
Because what if
jujitsu?
someone very like I
would
feel
say,
like
I
this.
guess like different stuff, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
it definitely depends.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say like, what if like I'm probably thinking more of boxing when that goes into my head, but I was thinking like you gotta tire. What if the skilled person is trying to like tire out the stronger person? Like that's what his skill he was gonna go with. Like he was gonna like try to out tire him.
Yeah,
That's what he was.
That's a tactic.
But like, what if it could depend on like what if the strength guy had a good stamina or had like a built
you're
up
gonna
like.
lose.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No,
But the best guy in the world, Gordon Ryan, is he's not the biggest guy in the world. He's pretty big. I think he's probably like 230.
Who?
Gordon Ryan. He's like the best jiu-jitsu player in the world. But he'll take down people that are 260, 280 and submit them. And he's only 230. But he has the most skills and the strength. So even if he's fighting somebody stronger, there's nobody more skilled than him in the so skill wins. You get what I'm saying?
You know, I get it. It's making me think a lot because I don't know much about it, and I actually didn't know that until you said it, until you started taking it, that it was just straight grapple.
Yeah, grappling.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, like, you explaining it right now, I'm trying to put it in my head, but it's hard. I think I'm gonna go home and look it up a little bit more because, like,
that's why I say it's so taxing on your muscles because you're straight up just
I know that. Like, I get
the
that
whole time versus like in a fight like striking. It's definitely a different type of gas because you're throwing punches and you're not like clenched completely like, but in jiu-jitsu you're like that, like just grabbing and like holding tight, like all your body's clenched the whole time. The first day I left, I told you my fucking forearms had a bigger pump than my biceps. I looked like Popeye. It was crazy.
That's rough.
Just from how much I was gripping the whole time. And then I learned don't grip as much or you'll tire yourself out.
Oh, you was probably grabbing. You had a firm grip on everything.
On everything. They were like, yeah, that's cool for your first day.
Well, you want to tire out real quick.
You gotta tire out real quick. You gotta learn when to. I was like, all right.
You went to go get a drink and was like,
nah, bro, at the end I'm like this, like
that shit falling out your hand. Yeah.
That's. Do you think you're gonna start competing at all?
I want to. I really do. I miss competing in Taekwondo, and I think I'd be a demon. Cause I'm not bad. I'm definitely nowhere near good yet.
You know,
but I think I have a little bit of physical advantage given my height and my skinniness. Like,
how does that like matchup work?
It's weight.
It's weight classes.
Yeah, weight classes. So odds are I'm gonna be the tallest in my weight class.
Does it go by belts and stuff too, or just
yeah, belts too.
Word.
So I'm just gonna be fighting white belts in the beginning, wrestling white belts, other white belts. But odds are I'll have the height advantage. You know what I'm saying? Probably cut to like 160, and then just or maybe 150 if I could. But that's so skinny. I don't know if I want to do that.
Nah, all you have to do is do it for the weigh-in. You see all those, what do you call it? There was like one UFC fighter the last couple weekends from the fights that have been up. He weighed in at one weight, and then because don't they have like 1 or 2 days in between the fight or 3? By the second day, he had 20 pounds up.
Yeah, they blow
like,
right back up.
Crazy.
I could do it, and then I'd literally nobody's 6'3", 155. I would be in there 100% with the height advantage. So if I go in there with the skill advantage too, no one's stopping me. I think I'd be a demon. Yeah. I'm gonna get good. And I love going there, and I train hard when I go, so I'm gonna get good.
I wouldn't drop down then as much because I'm thinking about it. Cause like think about it, if you have a smaller guy on you that's like way smaller and way skinnier or not.
No, they'd be brought like 155. You feel me? Like 5'10", 5'8".
Yeah, because they're shorter.
Oh, okay. I was thinking if they even small, they just gonna slither on it. Like you gonna be done.
Nah, but I have longness, so I've been able to wrap up people pretty well.
Yeah, but think about it. When you have to go to get the grapple, they can move. That's the easiest. Like when you fight like a smaller guy, or you try to grab someone smaller. Think about it. When you're going for the grapple, when you're going to grab them, that's when they are able to move. It's not like it's not the actual grabbing.
They say jiu-jitsu's like chess, but in like as a combat sport. It's like it's like chess between humans. And it's like you're trying to, like you can literally like fake somebody this way. So they'll move their arm this way so that you can catch them this way. And then now you have them in the submission. And like you roll with them. It's like a flow. It's like a dance almost. Like you trying to get the first person to
you
get
do
to
this,
the
so
checkmate.
they'll do this, so you do this.
Yeah,
so
and then I can put you in checkmate. Now you tap. That's
okay.
checkmate.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Okay. It's like who can put the other person in checkmate first.
Nah, I definitely see that. And
That's why I think I'm so like enjoying it so much because it's like I love shit like that.
Yeah, you kind of like when you argue or when you have a debate with someone about anything, you kind of like setting people up. I've always noticed, like setting them up, or catching them up in something, or being like letting them think this so you could do it. Like you've always been good at that, so that's definitely a strong suit for you.
I appreciate that. I think.
Nah, I was like when you just said it, I'm like, yeah, that's everything you do. And then I did look up the black belt thing. You were wrong. It's not at the 7th degree. It's the 9th or 10th degree. It's called the Grandmaster.
Oh, maybe it's different at different schools.
Huh?
Maybe it's different at different schools.
I don't know.
But I know if I've seen a few people though growing up that got Grandmaster at like 7, I think. So maybe it's different for different places and shit.
I don't know. I never. My parents. If you remember, your parents and grandparents tried to get me to do it. And then I don't even know what happened. I think my mom just thought it was fighting.
Oh, well, it is.
Well, self-defense, but I don't know.
You know what's stupid though? That old school Taekwondo is what I was trained in, which is like based on speed and power, and that the sparring of that era was to beat the other person up, basically with like timing and skill. And now it's like, because there used to be 3 judges on the side of the ring, and then now they changed it so the chest protector and the helmet are electronic, and your feet censor it. So this is a point. Just because I hit you clean, but did that hurt you at all? No. No planet, dude. These kicks even hurt anymore. It's like a little fence where you just like a fencing.
Like the SpongeBob episode.
Yeah, they just try to flick their foot up, and they just like it's not even real Taekwondo anymore. That's not what I was trained in at all. That's why I don't even like rep it like that anymore. It's like that's not what I was trained in. Look up old school Olympic Taekwondo and then new school.
No, I know. I used to watch because your dad used to record you and your fights, and we would watch them sometimes.
And we would try to kick the lights out of each other,
like
bro.
fighting. Then
bro, my Taekwondo teacher in my league when I was fighting, you weren't allowed to knock out because I wasn't that old yet. I was 14, 15, that age category. No knockouts were allowed. But my Taekwondo teacher would be like, knockouts a win in my book. I don't care about the medal. I was like, hi.
So did you ever get a knockout?
I never got one, but I hunted. I hunted. But like I said, I was always so tall and like got my belt so early. That's where I was going with this. Is every time I would go to a tournament, I would have to fight up. Because my teacher would never let me go down. He'd be like, no, hell no. You're not going to just go beat up some lighter person. You're going to go learn your lesson against these older people. And that's kind of how I got good.
That's because I would just probably make you better.
Yeah, it did. I just got beat up, but yeah, I learned how to not get beat up.
Nah, that definitely, I'm not going to lie. That factor of playing up has always worked. If you've seen,
that's how I got good with ball with you.
Yeah, no, that's what I was about to say. Not that specific example, but I was going to say like LaMelo Ball. Like his father made him play 5 or 6 years older than what he was. There was a couple kids that I grew up with that were like that too. I remember 14U. I still won't let this go. Or 15U. I won't let it go. We're finally about to win this chip. I was destroying that whole tournament, and then these two kids came in. The guards on my team were trash. And then we got lit up. We was up by 10. I blinked my eyes, look up, went down by 20.
Oh, man.
I was like, yo, I took a breather for 1 second and went down. I'm like, oh, my God. But, yeah, that factor of playing, because then when you finally get to your age group, you learned all the stuff that older kids taught you. So you're just bringing that down to your age group. You're not not losing anything. Mm-hmm. You're gaining it. So
I definitely got real good fighting those older guys for sure. I was just get folded sometimes.
Nah, it does help. Honestly, I think it helps when you are in the certain sport that you're doing. If you are a little bigger than what like your age looks like and stuff, because it helps. Like I remember when I was younger, I used to always get like thrown up. I was always bigger, so people always thought I was older. And I remember I was a freshman, and the seniors would make me play with them at the Y, and I hated it. Because when I play with my age, I'm scoring the whole time. It's a fun time. I'm playing with them. I actually got to play defense. I got to play hard. I can't fuck up so they can get mad at me. So it's like that like push you in a different drive, and it's just like you have to perform at different levels when you play, and then you got to prove yourself as well too. I always think that's the factor too. Is like when you play older, you play at an experience level. Like if you go to play like a runs or anything like you did, you went from taekwondo to something to jiu-jitsu. It's about the same thing, like fighting wise, but it's not like same technique and same thing you're doing. So
it's
like
gonna feel the same though competing probably. The
yeah, no.
atmosphere's
But
gonna feel
where I
the
was
same.
going with this was like you took something that you had a little bit of skill in and went to something that you didn't really know, but you knew that you would get the ropes of, and then you probably felt like you had to prove yourself too, because it was like
I still do.
Yeah, I mean,
Got a lot to prove in jiu-jitsu.
I never done. I want to get into stuff fighting. We kept saying all summer, let's go to the boxing gym in Albany. Still haven't gone. Nah, but I think I might go for the Russian route, Khabib, and
So do combat sambo.
yeah, just you know, the MMA. Think of that.
That's what they do in Dagestan, where
What
all
the
they.
hell is that?
That's where Khabib is from, and their whole squad. And Islam Makhachev, who's about to fight, he's
Yeah.
from there. That's what they do. They literally grew up doing combat sambo in school.
Combat sambo. That sounds wild.
No,
Look it up.
it's different over there. Like you know how like some of the stuff online, like they make fun of Russia, saying like this is what they do over there and stuff. They're not lying.
No,
bro.
I
like
know,
they're
they be on
being
their
dead
shit.
serious
They're
about like some of the
no,
stuff.
Russian-
I
Like,
think it's his
I ain't gonna
shape of their head too.
what you
If you
trying to
ever
say,
look,
bro?
no, look at the shape of Khabib and Islam's head. They're mad flat in the back. I think that's how they escape all these headlocks, bro. Bro, because their head is mad flat.
Yo, no,
My
they-
shit got a
you-
whole lump in the back of my shit.
I'm gonna give you a
It's
Russian
like-
speaker real quick because we know where I'm from.
Turn your head. Let's see your head. Nah, it's not. It's kinda, but it's not really. You feel me? You still got a
Yeah.
little bump.
Yeah.
There, look at it. You gotta add in a picture of Khabib's head. It's literally like just neck, flat head. Like, I think that's how they slip out of the. They be in a guillotine. And
Nah, I wasn't able. Like you got to get there by.
Quick.
What I was
slide
trying
right
to
out.
What I was trying to say was like you got to stay there by 5 years old. I was going by 3, and they shave your head every year. And it's just like they started to shave the back of my head, but like I didn't get the full final cut by 5.
I just realized what you were talking
wild.
about. He's mad serious about it.
But yeah, nah. But I thought about that about. Nah, I'm just playing. I don't. Honestly, I know
You
my
should do it
biggest.
just to learn it. You
I
don't
need
even
to
have
learn it, but
compete.
like to compete, I'm gonna be honest. I will be honest. I don't want to get hit, so it's like I have to get over that fact. And I think if I went and sparred and got hit a couple times, I think that might help it.
Yeah, you
100%.
definitely will. The thing about it is adrenaline makes it feel a lot less than you think it's gonna feel.
Yeah, I heard
Like
that.
if you're sitting here thinking about a punch, it's gonna feel way less than a punch that you're in the moment and ready for. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's a fact though.
Like they still hurt, but you definitely feel it a lot less if you're adrenalined up.
Yeah, versus rather just chilling. Yeah, it's like when people get shot and they got on adrenaline. Sometimes they don't even know
Yeah,
until the adrenaline like stops and they're like, "Oh shit," and then they just feel the pain afterwards.
Adrenaline is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That shit, that's true. Cause like I've had it before, where like I had not like a broken foot, but I'm close to a broken foot, and then I had all this adrenaline till then the next morning I was like,
Right.
God,
And you felt
damn.
that shit, yo.
I was like, yo, did I fall in that hole last night? That wasn't a dream. Oh man, yeah, that was fun, man. But yeah, nah, you made that jump, and then it's just have you ever thought about powerlifting or anything like that? You want to get into that or no?
I do not want to pull my body in any way. I want to get to like 200 looking good, and then I'm sanctioned. I'm Gucci right after that.
What are you at right now?
I think I'm at like 175, 180.
Oh, that's not that bad.
It's,
It's like
and then that brings me to the next question. Then we are gonna ask heavy guess this one. So, Team Natty or not for life?
Oh, I'm Team Natty for life. I don't know about you, realistically.
All right, so why?
Check him.
Yo,
Check him.
yo, I'm not that big. I'm
Let's
not
see
doing
your
that.
back knee. Let's see if you have any.
I don't have.
you said, let's see the blood.
I'm skinny right now. I'm skinny, bro.
I want to see his blood work.
You wanna see the blood work.
I don't know. No. The only reason they're doing this, guys, right now, don't listen to them. It's just I send too many memes about it,
I
and
want to see the blood work.
it gets a little suspect the amount of memes and the amount of joking I do. Because sometimes I don't laugh when I'm telling the joke.
Yeah.
But I promise you, it's not me. It's
Promise.
no, it's not me. So, anyways,
Can't
like
see his hands. His fingers are crossed.
nah, we good. We good. You got the cameras ain't working under the table today. We got you tomorrow. But yeah, nah. To wrap it all up, though, we do appreciate you coming on, and we hope to, we hope to see you become the number one judicial
Champion.
fighter. Oh my God, I'm sorry, it's
Champion.
been a long week.
Naga 2024. You see me there. I'm coming.
Oh, he's coming.
I already know what tournament I'm going to.
He had it marked off.
I already got it in the calendar.
With all the ghost stories I've heard, I've always heard that they personally start marking stuff off. So if you decide doing that,
Oh, it's in the calendar.
Yeah, nah, it's definitely going down. It's going down.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, we're definitely gonna wrap this up today. There was the first guest. I appreciate you coming on, and we definitely been through this fitness journey for a while. Like I said, I didn't think he was gonna last. I didn't think I was gonna last. Honestly, we wasn't gonna last. It was just gonna be like a quick 3-month thing. And then that typical New Year's resolution. But we made it through. But still don't do 225 on the bench, so I haven't done enough yet.
I guess that's true, but I appreciate you having me on.
Nah, I'm just messing with you. Nah, I'm proud of you, and you've been doing your thing. And then the judicial thing, I am proud of you for that too. Cause I just know it's a different type of fighting, but how quickly your teacher said you're moving up and stuff, and what they're having you do is definitely showing a lot that you are able to push on that stuff. And definitely with different beats, which is coming too, with more of that is we're definitely gonna start going into a little bit more vlogging, do a little bit like more what the Trent twins do and stuff like that. More interactions with the fans, more interaction with the DMs, and yeah, look out for the clothing brand. It's gonna be coming soon. I know I mentioned it a little bit more in the first episode, but we're gonna have that more put together, and we're gonna demonstrate a little bit more about what it is. We're gonna show you some of the samples next episode, and then we're gonna drop the website as well to a link next episode. Well, this is Alex, Carl, and Evan. Time to get you pump on.
Gang.
Peace.